Hello, everyone. It's Bob from the Mercer County Library, Hopewell branch, with some more author trivia for you. Today, we're coming to you from outdoors with the tomato plants. We have with us some authors today of adult thrillers, some adult mysteries, and some adult fiction. And those authors are going to ask you a question about one of their books. They'll pause for a minute, and then they'll give you the answer. If you need a little more time, just hit the pause button on your screen, and then you can think about the answer. If you'd like to share this video, make sure that you tag us at MCLSNJ, and good luck with the questions.
Hey Mercer County, how's it going? My name is Ava and I am coming to you all the way from Australia, a little national park outside of Sydney. I wrote a book called Wind Tall, and let me say, first of all, I am so excited to be part of this video project because libraries are so incredibly important. They are one of the most important resources available to communities, and I use my own public library system so much. It has definitely helped me during all of the lockdowns that we've gone through, and libraries have always been a huge part of my life, which is probably why I got into writing fiction. So Bob has asked me to be part of this sort of trivia challenge. And so, first of all, if you haven't heard of my book, I'll give you a little bit of background on it. It is about an old Hollywood murder that happened that was never solved. It happened in the 1940s, and now in present day Los Angeles, a journalist decides that he's going to tackle the case once and for all. And he has a lot of assistance and a lot of little things that help him on his quest. So my question for you is, what are one or two of the things that ultimately help him solve the case or head in the right direction? So I'll give you a moment to think about that. All right, are you guys ready? The answer, well, one of the answers is he finds a knapsack that belonged to one of the people who was involved in the crime. And the other possible answer is he finds some old journals that were written by the director of the film who was implicated in the murder. Anyway, thank you so much for having me, Mercer County Library and Bob, and I hope that you guys are staying safe. If you're in lockdown, if you're sort of venturing back out into the community, I hope that you guys are taking care of your health, of your mental health, and that you are still reading. Anyway, have a great day. Bye guys, thank you.
Hi, I'm Emmeline Duncan, and I am the author of Fresh Food Murder, the first in the Ground Rules mystery series. And my question for you is, at what fictional food cart pod is Fresh Food Murder set? And it's in fictional food cart pod, but it is in a real city. I'll give you a moment. So, Fresh Food Murder is set in Portland, Oregon, which of course is a real city, but the action takes place at the Rail Yard, which is an inner Portland food cart pod that sadly doesn't really exist, although it is based off of some of the absolutely amazing food cart pods you can find throughout Portland.
Hi, Mercer County. This is Regina Scott. I write historical novels set in Jane Austen's England and our American West. Right now, I'm working on a series set in the history of our national parks. This is the first book in the series, A Distance Too Grand. Can you guess by the title and the picture on the cover what national park my heroine is photographing for the U.S. Army? If you said the Grand Canyon, you're right. I hope you have a chance to enjoy our national parks, even in the pages of a book. Happy reading!
Hey friends, Andrew J Graf here, author of Raft of Stars, which just came out on March 23rd. One of the things a lot of the characters do in this novel while they are lost, figuratively and literally in a forest, is look up to the night sky. So my question is this: in the month of June, in the northern hemisphere where the novel is set, which constellation is seen? Ursa Major or Orion? The answer is Ursa Major. I had to find that out too the hard way in some early drafts. I put Orion in the sky and then said, no, he can't be there right now. Thanks for reading, everybody, and for playing along. All best. Bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Geigel, and I am the author of By Way of Sorrow, which came out in March of 2021. First, I'd like to thank everyone at the Mercer County Library System for doing Mystery Trivia and for inviting me to participate. It is truly an honor to be here. So, By Way of Sorrow is my debut novel. It is a legal thriller set in 2006 and 2007 in New Jersey, and it involves Erin McCabe, who is a criminal defense lawyer, and her law partner, Dwayne Swisher, who are retained to represent a young transgender woman of color by the name of Charisse Barnes, who is accused of murdering the only son, William Townsend Jr., of a very rich and powerful politician in the southern part of the state of New Jersey. Of course, all of these characters are made up and are fictional and not based on anybody real. The alleged crime takes place in Ocean County, but Erin and Dwayne's law practice is located in Cranford. And so what the book involves is Erin and Dwayne trying to defend Charisse against the evidence that has been amassed against her by the prosecution. But they also have to deal with the racial prejudice and the prejudice against Charisse because she's transgender, as well as the power and influence that's being wielded by Mr. Townsend Sr., who is willing to do anything to make sure that Charisse is convicted. So my trivia question doesn't involve the crime or the characters, but Erin, from time to time, goes to a coffee shop in Cranford, New Jersey, where she lives and where the law practice is. Now, I made up the name of the coffee shop. There really is a coffee shop where I picture this in the book, but I made up the name. So what is the name of the coffee shop that Erin frequents on a daily basis? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we're not playing Jeopardy. Sorry. The name of the coffee shop, this is a legal thriller, folks, Legal Grounds. So, thank you again for inviting me. Thank you for playing along. You can find By Way of Sorrow in your public libraries and in bookstores and anywhere else that you can find books. I hope you read it. I hope you enjoy it. My second Erin McCabe novel, Survivor's Guilt, comes out on January 25th of 2022. Thanks, folks. Have a good day. Bye.
Hello, librarians and readers of Mercer County. First of all, I want to say thank you very much. My job as a writer would be completely pointless without all of you. And I also want to say thank you very much for having so many of my books all the way over there in New Jersey. I'm speaking to you here from California, where I live. Obviously not where I'm from. Originally, I'm Scottish. And some of the books that you've got there in your library system are the Last Ditch Motel comic mystery series about a Scot who lives in California. Where do we get our ideas? And I'm going to ask a question about Lexi Campbell, the heroine of the Last Ditch Motel mysteries, for your trivia quiz today. And here it is. From which Scottish city did Lexi Campbell come when she came to America? I'll give you a hint. It's a city that's known for marmalade and journalism and only having 2 vowels. And now I'm going to pause for a wee minute to let you think up the answer. And now I'm going to tell you the answer. Lexi Campbell comes from the city of Dundee, or as Dundonians would pronounce it, Dundee, using both of their 2 vowels. Thank you very much and happy reading.
Hello, My name is Eleanor Florence. I live in Canada and I've written a work of historical fiction called Bird's Eye View. My heroine Rose is a young Canadian woman who joins the Air Force herself in World War II. She goes overseas to England and becomes an interpreter of aerial photographs. Working out of this beautiful white stone mansion located about an hour outside of London, Rose and the other interpreters studied the black and white photographs coming back from the continent, the aerial photographs, and they were looking for such things as munitions factories, troop movements, airports, essentially bomb targets. And because my heroine Rose is so gifted, she naturally makes several significant discoveries. And because she's a lovely young woman, there's also a strong romantic element to the book. It's a Canadian bestseller, it's an Amazon bestseller. You can find it at your favorite bookstore, or of course you can also order a copy from Mercer County Library. So my question to you today is this. Does anyone know what this device is called? It's called a stereoscope, and it was used by all the photo interpreters, and it enabled them to see the black and white photograph in 3 dimensions. If you remember the old Viewmaster, it operated on the same principle. It allowed the interpreters to assess height and distance when they were analyzing their photographs. Thank you very much, Mercer County Library, for allowing me to play your game today.
Hi, my name's Elena Dillon, and I'm the author of, let me get it, The Happiest Girl in the World, which came out in April and is my second novel after Mercy House. The Happiest Girl in the World is about a gymnast who is training for the Olympics and all of the costs of pursuing that level of greatness on a physical body, on mental health, on emotional well-being, and the cost on the entire family as well as parents and siblings have to make compromises in order to support such a strenuous pursuit. So my question for you today, for library trivia, which is such a great idea, is what is the name of Sarah, the main character in my novel's twin brother? Okay, and here is the answer. His name is Joe, and that's kind of a play on the average Joe. So to offer a contrast of an elite athlete and someone who is considered exceptional versus her twin, which is its own kind of tension, who is much more average and ordinary, and how that must make him feel, and how the parents have to kind of navigate having 2 twins who are so different and not neglecting one while attending to the other one's needs. So I hope that you enjoyed the book. It's very timely since we are now approaching the Olympics, which is actually the culmination of this novel ends at this Olympics. So it's kind of, reading it would be like living it in real time almost. So happy reading, and thank you.
Welcome back. How did everybody do? Hopefully you knew the answers to some of those questions, and if not, at least you figured out some books and authors that you're interested in and that you'd like to read. Remember, you can reserve your books online at the Mercer County Library. You can go to our branches in person to check the books out, and also you can use our app, which is relatively new, to do all of your library needs. Thanks again to all of the authors who took their time to provide us with a question. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed their summer, and good luck as we head toward the fall.